Sun's out. The guns are not really out today, but this is how you unfuck your life, all right? These are really the 5 steps to truly unfuck your life. We were just filming, and I was just wrapping up some work from this morning, and I was just thinking to myself how fucked the average person's life is if they're not focused on getting their life in order. And I'm sorry if the sun is glaring bad. Is that a little better? You guys see me better? I know that if the average person could just stick to basic things for a long enough period of time, they would genuinely, little by little, start to actually unfuck their entire life. Because you have to understand, becoming the person that you want to become is kind of like untying a super fucking tight shoelace. It's very, very, very hard to do. Very, very, very hard to do. Becoming the person you want to become is going to take years, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be as easy as getting in line and fucking Bonnie Blue. It's going to be a lot harder than that. Maybe even harder than Jason Love. So here's what I'm going to say. These are going to be my 5 steps to truly unfuck your life, okay? And this is going to be serious. Number 1, you have to cut all negative vices, okay? No porn, no drugs, no alcohol. You got to get rid of all that shit, at least temporarily, until you can reintroduce it in a way that's a bit healthier. Now, I'm not saying you should ever even reintroduce porn. I'm talking about more of the alcohol, okay? If you smoke pot all the time, if you get drunk all the time, and that's something that you're addicted to doing, and that's your form of escapism, you need to get rid of it, because that's fucking weakness, okay? So for 30 days, I want you to come off all pornography, all drugs, and all alcohol. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to start reading 10 pages of a self-improvement book every single day. I don't care what it is. You could go read some of the classics, Think and Grow Rich, The 48 Laws of Power. You could go read any fucking book you want. Read a self-improvement book, 10 pages a day. The third step is I want you to start walking 10,000 steps a day. It's about an hour walk every day. It's not a lot. The reason you guys should start walking more is simply because you don't want to grow fucking tits, right? If you start making more money and then you literally need a push-up bra just so you could fucking type on your laptop, it's not good, right? So you also want to make sure that you're keeping yourself physically fit. One of the easiest ways to do that, one of the healthiest forms of cardio, is just simply walk enough. So step 3 is going to be fucking walk. Step number 4 is going to be to resistance train 4 days a week, minimum. So you could train full body, you can do whatever kind of workout split you want, but start hitting the gym a couple times a week. And number 5 is going to be 6 hours of focused work every single day. 6 hours. That's not a lot. So you can lock in from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can lock in from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., whatever your schedule is going to look like. All I'm looking for is 6 hours of your time dedicated to actually focused and locked in work. Cut out any distractions, get Instagram off your phone if you need to. Guys, you have to understand this. To become the person you want to become, you just need to stick to things that are simple for a long enough period of time, and that's what's going to make you extraordinary. The average person cannot even stick to the basics because they're so fucking weak. So if you're the kind of person that can consistently be consistent with things that the average person simply cannot do because they can't sustain it, you're going to end up becoming the person that you want to become. And I'm not going to drag this video out. I'm not going to waste your time. You know these are things that you should be doing anyway. And these are the kind of habits that turned me into a multimillionaire at the age of 20 years old. If you don't know who I am, my name is Luke. I co-own and operate a multi-million-dollar marketing agency with my brother Dario. And beyond all the technical work that we do, beyond everything that we've actually been able to figure out technically to make money online, the person that you need to become is the first thing that you need to fix. And if you can't stick to these 5 simple things over the course of a month, you're never going to be the kind of person that can consistently drive the inputs that are going to make you a multi-million-dollar entrepreneur. It's just not going to happen. Now, these days, I'm a little bit looser on myself. I know if I slack off, I can pick myself back up. But for the average person, like maybe you watching this video, you need to understand that if you can't stick to the basics, you're never going to get to the point where you're advanced, where you could do the more complicated shit in business. You're never going to be able to deal with large amounts of stress. And these are things that you need to get good at when you're trying to build a large-scale company. So I just want you to stick to the basics, guys. Seriously, I'm wanting you to win. Get rid of all the vices, start reading a little bit, start hitting the gym, walk enough, and do 6 hours of focused work a day. This should be a very simple challenge that 99% of you should have no excuse not to stick to and not to fucking succeed in. And if you ever feel like quitting, I want you to come watch this video again. The person that you're wanting to become is going to be conducive of your current self dying. You need to rebirth yourself and become a new person. And when you do become that new person, you can have all the things that you actually want because you've built the habits that are going to build you to be that person. So I'm honestly, genuinely wanting you to win. If you want to unfuck your life, those are the 5 steps. Start reading 10 pages of a book a day, very simple. Start walking at least an hour a day, try to get 10,000 steps. Start resistance training 4 days a week. I'm not saying you need to be a bodybuilder, but keep your muscles and your body strong. do 6 hours of focus work a day, and cut out all of your vices. And you are going to see how much better your physical health is and how much energy you have, how your mental health improves. Every single area of your life is going to improve if you simply do these things. And I know that that sounds like, oh, that's such traditional advice, but if you do it, you'll realize that you can stick to anything. And if you don't have enough self-discipline to do this, how would you ever be disciplined enough to sit in front of a laptop and work 10 hours a day to build a multi-million-dollar company? Not gonna happen. This should be step one. Now go work.